This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, Rabbi, so we're continuing in Mishna Berura Daf Hashavua. We're learning Siman Lamed Gimel. Let us try to do Seif Gimel. Seif Gimel. Let me get up the pictures. I hope we have the picture on here. I believe we do. Here we go. Seif Gimel. Oyer haratzuos, the leather of the straps, has to be from the leather, from the hide of an animal, a wild animal, a bird that are kosher. It has to be tanned lishma. Ritzuos, the straps, bein me'ar, whether the hide, bein me'klaf, ksheros. The straps, whether from the ar or from the klaf, is kosher. Halacha l'moshe misina sheyiratzuos shchayros mibachutz. It's halacha l'moshe misina, they should be black on the outside. Aval mitzad pnim yasma izet tzever sheyirtza. On the inside, you can do whatever color you want, chutz meyadim, except for red. Shtema yoimru shemidam chatotav nitzba'u v'hadima. Because people might say maybe from the blood of the poking, it got colored. Now, what does the mechaber mean? Ritzuos bein me'ar bein me'klaf ksheros halacha l'moshe misena shir ritzuos shchayros. Let's see. Oh, I guess like this. It's a separate halacha. Ritzuos bein me'ar, straps, whether from leather or from parchment, are kosher. You can make the straps from parchment. I mean, that's what the Mechaber is saying. There are three halachas in the Seif. Number one, the leather of the ritzuos has to be from a kosher animal. That's halacha number one. Actually, there are four halachas. Halacha number two, it has to be me'ubad l'shma. Halacha number three, ritzuos could be made out of klaf. And halacha l'moshe misinai, the ritzuos have to be black on the outside. Says the Mishna Berura Sivkatan Tezayin, HaTahirim, D'loi Hochshira L'Melecha Shemaim Ela Tahira Balvad. The Gemara teaches us that for mitzvahs, it has to be L'man Tia Taras Hashem B'ficha Min HaMutar B'ficha. V'tzarech, it has to be Mu'ubad L'Shma. Kol Hai Tzarech Li'ikuvahu Afilu B'di'avet. All of these tzarechs, the tzarech Sheyu Mu'ubad L'Shma, it's even, it's Ma'akiv even B'di'avet. That's interesting. All of these tzarechs. So what's another example? First of all, ar haratzuos tzarech sheyamei ar behema. Vid tzarech sheyehei mu'ubad l'shma. If you look in the Sharatzion Sivkatan Yod Zayin, the Rambam Paragim Hilchatzon Halacha Tesav Ula El B'Siman Lam Vez Leisav Dermasel Umashkos Rabbeinu Shaharash Kasav Uvaharbe Makoymos. So this is a common theme, it seems like, in Hilchos Tefillin, that the word vitzarech is not a recommendation. You know, it's ma'akev. L'shmoi, va'afilu harambam demeko bebatim. Even the Rambam, who holds that the batim do not have to be tan l'shma. Chumavur la'el b'siman lamed beis if lamed zayin. We had the shita of the Rambam before. I'm sure everyone remembers the shita of the Rambam in siman lamed beis if lamed zayin, that you do not need ibud l'shma on the batim. Right, the Mechaber there said, "Tzarech sheyeh me'ubad l'shmai heicha de'efshar." Why? The Mishna Berura said, "Ki Rambam srelei deloi boi klal ibud ar habatim." The Rambam said, "Adarabah yoyser chazaku kishaloi nisabed." The Rambam holds it's better if it's not tanned at all. But when it comes to ritzuos, then there's no wiggle room. Afilu Rambam demeku levatim v'or labasim labesif lamzen moidach of a tamlus ha'ayin b'lavushav v'magen Avram. I don't know what the reason is, but if the whole reason the Rambam said earlier you don't need ibud is because a bias is more chazak without ibud, that's not noigeya to the ritzuos. It was a special svara by the batim. The blackening needs to be lishma. So I always say, the guy with the black pen is dangerous. The guy with the black pen in his talis baitel, he's very dangerous. He's busy coloring his tefillin all day. But who knows if he's making any, making things better. He's like the guy with the Megillah. People come in with Megillas Esther. That's the most dangerous thing you could do on Purim. Rabbi Yeager, he knows what he's doing, but other people, I can't. Also, another dangerous guy is the guy who comes in with his Megillas Esther on Purim. Why? Because his Shver gave him a Megillah, so he wants to read along. The guy can't read a Milel from a Morah. He doesn't know if it's Nafal or Neufel, so he's not Yotzei. Here he has a great Bal Koirei. If he would just listen with the regular Chumash, he would be Yotzei. But the guy, he has his Megillah, so he hasn't been Yotzei Megillah since he was Bar Mitzvah. Same thing with the black pen. You got to do a Lishma. Just because you're good at magic markers, it doesn't mean it's good for Tefillin. V'moy ivdan Lishman. If you don't do Ibad Lishman, it's not going to help. Afilu im yashchiron achakach lishman. It's not going to help if you didn't tan a lishma. It's not going to help if you blacken it lishma. Tshuvas tvar shmo sim zayin tesvav ayin shel tshuvas beis ayin. Anyone have what beis ayin is?
Be'er Asek.
Wow, that's a very interesting sefer. Be'er Asek. It's a shtickle Kabbalah. Yeah, I'll tell you about that. Uv'tshuvas be'er Asek, thank you. Kasav dehashchara lishma ma'ani. That if you don't do Ibad Lishma, it will help to blacken it Lishma. V'ayim b'tshuvas Rabbi Keveger dehiskam ladina ke dehabes kehadvar Shmuel hanar. That if you don't tan it Lishma, it's not going to help to blacken it. The hirish alam akilim ayin sham. Let's do one more. The ritzuos need to be black. Ayin b'baruch she'amar demasham midvarav the mitzvah la'ashchiran ad she'yiu shechayros ka'orev. You should make it black until it's black like a raven. And ravens are very black. V'da de'im nisyashnu. If the tefillin got old, v'nismaich men hashachros, and the blackness got disintegrated. Tzarach la'ashchir mechaz. You need to blacken them again. U'kid l'elbas u'lam beis u'lam tes. U'v'makoim hiduk hakesher matzoi ma'oy lehismaich hashachros. V'yesh lizar b'zeh ma'oy. In the place where you make a knot, it's very common that you lose the blackening. Now, let's see in the picture over here. The scanning darkened in where it's supposed to be white. So here you have where it got whitened. And in this picture, this is the picture of a paintbrush. He's taking a paintbrush and he's blackening it. Okay, that we get. But the ikar is to be aware of in the makam hahiduk. Let's say over here, over here, over here. Usually, look where the icon is. Between the bias and the ritzuos, that's where it gets rubbed out very often. Again, everyone has a different opinion on the black and black tefillin. The advantage of the black and black tefillin is they remain black for good. So whether your great-grandfather wore black and black, I don't think he did, but the tefillin stay kosher longer, that's for sure. That's a very big advantage.
What's the disadvantage? What's the disadvantage? What's the disadvantage?
I don't know. Some people say, it wasn't the tradition to have such tefillin, I'm not sure. But I think that the halachic consideration overrides the, it's like people who, they don't drink Coca-Cola because their grandparents didn't drink Coca-Cola. Okay, there's something to be said for that if there's no halachic consideration. But in terms of, it is very common for tefillin to need to be repainted, and black on black, you get around that issue. Okay, we'll hold it here. Thank you for joining. So we're one day ahead, so I think it's a good thing. And bracha v'atzlacha, have a great day, Kol Tov.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.